So Courtney, one of the things that we did before we went on Christmas break was film a series of skits where I am talking incessantly about Assassin's Creed Syndicate and you are deadpanning at me, not understanding what the heck I'm going on about.
It was an incredibly accurate representation of December 2015.
Also November 2015.
Parts of October
2015. Yeah, but something very important has changed.
I got Assassin's Creed for Christmas. I didn't think it would be very easy for me to learn because it looks like there's so many complex moves involved and because the series has been around for so long. But the whole opening mission / tutorial was perfect. It was the exact right learning curve for me personally.
We're coming at this from really different perspectives because I've played Assassin's Creed games in the past and I generally love them. I have a relationship with them where I can't say no to Assassin's Creed.
From my angle, I mostly play Nintendo games and indie games. I don't think they're always taken as seriously as M-rated games like Assassin's Creed. I came into this franchise thinking that like it had gorgeous artwork and a cool story, but it wouldn't ultimately be for me. And I just immediately fell in love with it. I'm having so much fun.
There's something so compelling about this game, and I'm sure it doesn't just stop on the level of it being mechanically possible for you to play. Like, how else has it grabbed you?
The characters are definitely cool, though honestly, after sitting around and listening to you talk about them, I expected it to be like 50% cutscenes, and there's almost no time that I like spend talking to them.
I spent a lot of time coming up with headcanons, but it makes it easy because there's so much to love. Go on.
The action is just super well paced. Like, I know the direction that I'm going in, but I have all of these options to go out and explore in a way that never lets me feel lost. It's important for me to have like a target in the distance, and I really like the way that Assassin's Creed lets me sort of choose my own rhythm. And it reminds me a lot of Zelda games actually, but with less puzzling.
And like the way that this particular game is laid out, since London is divided into boroughs, you kind of end up going through bit by bit and taking back the city piece by piece, and it's a really satisfying but still open-ended way to explore the game world.
I went into a bar and I saw 3 people talking, 2 men and a woman, and they were talking about sort of like creating some sort of club and how the streets of London weren't safe at night. It was really like, what are you talking? Tell me more. What is your life story? Who are you? It's just like a huge playground, and there's always more that you want to play with, and
that's what Jacob said.
The way that you kill people is great.
This sounds so terrible, but I know exactly what you mean. There's something very almost borderline slapstick about the fighting, and especially those huge multi-kill finishing moves where it goes into a cinematic where you're just like stabbing people in the face. I experienced this when I was trying to make my Game of the Year video. I tried to include a clip of one of my multi-kills, and I was like, okay, taken out of context, this looks like horrible murder. But within the context of the game, it's very cathartic. It's very satisfying. Like it's very delightful.
I do want to note that
I'm not a murderer.
You can turn the blood splatter off, but
unless that's what you're into. I shouldn't have winked.
Another great thing about Assassin's Creed Syndicate is that there is a ton you can do in the city of London that is not violent. It is so cool to be walking through this city and to recognize all of these pieces of architecture that I learned about in school, and there's a lot of really great historical value in the game. Like, obviously, we're creating events that never actually happened with historical figures that weren't really
What are you talking about?
It's been very fun for me to run around the city and identify all these landmarks and figure out which ones are missing because they were built after the game takes place.
Yeah, there's so much to do and so much to explore. Akin to the dad who played Grand Theft Auto with his 3-year-old and just let her drive the car around with the sound off.
Yeah.
It could be kind of like that, except historical. Courtney, I think you should apologize to me for all the deadpanning that you did.
I am so sorry that I didn't want to look at your screenshot of that cat in a tavern door.
You've seen it now.
By light. It was
beautiful, wasn't it?
So good.
Have you played Assassin's Creed Syndicate? And if so, do you like it? Let us know in the comments below. Tell us why it's the best ever. Thanks for watching this episode of The Issue. We will see you next time. Bye.